Hey everyone, I'm Arnav and welcome to my work term report. So I've been working with SFU Public Square for 8 months now. This is my second work term. My co-op ends this month. I'm a little sad but also really happy to work here. It's been an amazing experience. I've learned so much. I've grown so much with working for SFU Public Square and I've done so much stuff and gained so many more connections. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about that in this video a little bit, and I'm also going to address some FAQs that I got from a lot of my friends and a lot of other people. Some general questions about sort of work term reports and how to get co-ops. I got a lot of those questions. And yeah, just basic FAQs regarding co-ops and specifically co-ops at SFU Public Square. The first thing I'm going to talk about is why co-op. In my opinion and in my experience, co-op is probably the best thing I've done at SFU. I think it actually is one of the major reasons I applied to SFU in the first place. And what I believe is that no matter what your GPA is, you do need practical experiences, and it's really important to apply those things that you learn in the classroom to actual offices and actual work. So I believe it's really important, and it also looks amazing on your resume. So when you're going and trying to get a job after college, when you're graduated, it's only gonna make your chances higher, and it's gonna get you a much better job and a much better pay scale than you actually were going to get. And I also believe you gain a lot of experience and a lot of contacts. One of the best things about my co-op at SFU Public Square has been that I've worked with a lot of people. So SFU Public Square is majorly an events organization, and we even before and after the pandemic, we've organized so many in-person and online events. Of course, online after COVID, but yeah, I've been a part of so many different teams. I've met a lot of people, so many panelists, so many amazing people, and I've connected with them and I've gained connections, and it just really helps you out a lot, because eventually somewhere down the line those connections can definitely help you get something, because you've worked with them and they know that you can do it and you are willing to put in the effort. So building connections is also a really great point about doing co-ops, and I think it also matters much more when you're in business, because business is all about connections. Another thing that I personally haven't experienced but have heard about a lot is that you get to know if you want to choose that career that you're working in or not. I know a couple people who wanted to do marketing. They got marketing co-ops, and later they realized maybe this is not the thing they want to do for the rest of their life, and from marketing they shifted to other majors like HR or whatever. But yeah, so it can also open your eyes and make you realize that either this is or this is not the thing you should be doing. And yeah, I think eventually that matters a lot, because whatever you're doing, you probably will do it for most part of your life. So you need to be satisfied and you need to know that you want to do it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is resumes. How do you make your resume stand out? I did 4 things. 1, Canva. I use Canva to design my resume, and you can pretty much do anything on there, and you can give your resume a really professional look and feel. You can add designs, you can add pictures, and you can do all sorts of stuff. So do check that out for sure. Then another thing I did was I did a lot of edX courses. So these courses at edX are usually free unless you want a certificate, which at the end proves. But what I honestly do is I don't like to pay for every certificate, because it costs you about 125 USD for getting every certificate. What I do instead is I just take a screenshot of the end screen where it says, okay, the course is now complete. So you can definitely pay for a couple certificates if you want that certificate to be on your resume and LinkedIn profile. But I honestly don't prefer that, because I simply do not want to pay for so many certificates. And the third thing I used was Inside Sherpa. Inside Sherpa has some amazing business internships. They're all pretty much online internships. They do not pay you, and they're free of cost. You can do anything. You can work with companies like Citi, BCG. You can work with companies like KPMG, and you submit your proposals, you submit your work, and they give you feedback, and then you submit your work again, and it's a really great experience. You get to learn a lot. You get to know what a little bit about the rules that are involved in doing those things. For example, I am currently doing an institutional banking virtual internship at Citi at Inside Sherpa. It's amazing, and it's helping me learn so much more about banking. And yeah, I highly suggest that and recommend it. Another thing you can do is volunteer. I currently volunteer with this organization. It's a non-profit called Spark Foundation. Mainly work in Surrey and do all sorts of life education programs for kids. So Spark has helped me a lot. It has helped me improve my marketing skills, my interpersonal skills. I've gained a lot of connections, and I've also gained a lot of new friends. So yeah, I definitely recommend volunteering because it really makes you stand out, and it leaves a good impression on your employer. I also got a question about how to do well in interviews. What I think works the best for me is 1, know your job and know your employer. Always do research about your employer and know what they are about and what their mission is, what their goals are, and just try to know as much about them as you can, and make sure you know everything in the job description. Then also something that works pretty well for me is try to think of questions. What can they ask you? If it's a marketing question, they could ask something like, have you ever promoted an event and how did it go? Or things like those. Try to think about the questions they might ask you and try practicing those questions in front of a mirror, and think about what you're saying and is it making sense or not. Another thing I follow is the STAR approach. The STAR approach is pretty much situation, task, action, result. That's something I always follow when I'm asked technical questions about anything in any interview. The last thing I'm going to talk about is how to manage your time independently while working from home. What's worked the best for me in the past 6 months working from home is pretty much planners and calendars the most. I like to plan things ahead, and I sort of like to know what I'm going to be doing the whole day, just so I'm not rushed into anything. I just like to know that, okay, I have a meeting at this time, then I have to do this at this time. I just like to block chunks of time to just dedicate it to specific things that I know that I'm doing. And also another thing that has worked for me pretty well is to-do lists. I love to-do lists. That feeling of checking something off once it's done, it's just different, and it's helped me organize myself so much better. Taking breaks is also very important. I personally take breaks every 45 minutes. So after 45 minutes of work, I just get up for 5 minutes. I go to my balcony, I walk around the house and just refresh myself. It just helps me get my concentration back and then get back to work in full speed. I've been a part of the amazing SFU Public Square team as an events and marketing assistant on my co-op for about 8 months now, and it has been an amazing experience. Before this, I did not really have a lot of office experience, and things were new to me in the beginning, but I was amazed by the way the team welcomed me, and they helped me settle down into the office, and how they've just supported me all throughout my co-op. And I'm just really lucky that I got to work with such a special and such an amazing, such a talented team. And yeah, I thank every one of you guys, Janet, Doug, Jeff, Chloe, Sakshi, Seth, everyone, every single one of you. My major responsibilities at Public Square have been event support and marketing support. It's been a great journey. I've learned so much about how to plan events, how to market an event, and how to sell an event. And I've learned so much about communication. I've learned so much about teamwork, and especially COVID-19, it has had a great impact. Starting to work from home required a lot of communication and a lot of teamwork, because everything's just not as easy as it was before. Before, I would just knock on someone's door. Okay, hey, I need help with this. Can you help me? And simple as that. But now it's a really tedious job, because you have to set up Zoom meetings, and you have to see if they're in the meeting or not, if they're busy or not. And yeah, it's just become really hard. And I believe communication and teamwork were really important. And those are the two skills that I can proudly say I've developed the most through this pandemic and through this co-op experience. Last but not the least, I thank SFU Public Square for all that they've done for me, for how much they've helped me grow. And I thank SFU Co-op, Beedie School of Business, and Fraser University for giving their students such a great opportunity in co-op to learn and grow. And it's just such a great opportunity for us to, apply our knowledge, the things that we learn in class, to the real world. And yeah, I'm just really thankful that SFU has this program.